Hello, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding it. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this will be for the week of May 6th through the 12th, 2024. First card out for you that literally jumped out upright. Two of Cups, Pisces. Beautiful week for love, friendships, just getting to know each other. I definitely see you having one-on-one time with certain individuals this week and having really good heart-to-heart conversations. You know, you and this person, whoever it may be, or people, whoever they may be, are very different from very different walks of life, but you come together as individuals. And the beautiful thing about this is that you both have your individual lives. You have their friends, they have their friends, and you may not even necessarily see yourself in their community, with their friends, with their people, for whatever reason that may be. But that's fine because you have your own people and you can't really see them there either. But together, you guys go together very well. You exchange so many different ideas and just have great, great conversation and love for each other. So it's a very beautiful and blessed friendship or companionship that I'm seeing here. And it's looking great. I honestly love this for you. Let's see what else comes out. Beautiful. We have the Nine of Cups. Personal happiness and healing, contentment. This is really a card of feeling content emotionally with the people around you, with your own emotions. It's a happy week, essentially. You like your little schedule, your little routine, your life that you've built for yourself. You're very content. Is there room for growth? Of course. Is there still things that you want to manifest? Of course. But overall, life is feeling pretty good right now. Wow, two very happy cards coming out as your very first two cards. I love this for you, Pisces. Yeah. We have the High Priestess coming out upright as well as your third card. Okay, expect the veil to be very thin for you this week. The veil between spirit and physical. Definitely, I feel like your intuition is speaking volumes. You may be having very vivid psychic dreams, like predictive type of dreams, or dreams that show you potential future paths that may occur for you. I can't even explain. I've had thousands of psychic dreams. Every single night I have a psychic dream or a dream with some sort of spiritual meaning, and my dreams have heavily sculpted my reality. Like I'll give you an example. I didn't talk to someone for like half a year. I never really planned on talking to them again. I had a dream that we were great friends and I woke up and I texted them. I'm like, I just had a dream about you. And they're like, oh my God, I was just thinking about you too. And now we're seeing each other again. We're great friends again. Like all because of one dream. All right. So definitely get good sleep and pay attention to your dreams, if you can remember them. And my tip for that is don't consume caffeine. Honestly, I stopped drinking coffee and tea, any caffeine, and my dreams have been wild and beautiful every single night. Or you could also take like a mugwort tincture, mugwort tea before bed, something like that. Mugwort helps you remember your dreams. So there's a lot of ways you could have psychic dreams and experiences. This can also show an increase in meditation, journaling, connecting spiritually with yourself and your guides. Some of you, I'm literally seeing in my mind, clairvoyantly, a vision of you either creating an altar or putting things down at an altar. An altar can exist anywhere, okay? For example, when our loved ones die, if we bury them and have like a headstone for them, that's kind of like an altar to them. People go there, they put flowers down, they spend time there connecting with that loved one. And you can create that same energy in your home, in your yard, out in nature somewhere. Like you can even go to a state park or a national park and have like a special bench or tree that you like to sit by, and that could be your altar. The world can be your altar. But I'm seeing you really connect in that way. So definitely highly recommend doing altar work. This is also your reminder to give back to your spirit guides that help you out, as well as your ancestors. Try to leave something for each of your guides and ancestors at your altar or wherever during this week. And you don't even need to buy anything. I actually don't really think that spirits like when we spend our money on them. I feel like they like it when it's something that comes from the heart. Like I've drawn pictures in the name of my spirit guides before, picked flowers for my own yard so many times, or even left an offering of food that I made myself or beverages that I made myself for my guides, you know. I think that's so much more special. And let me tell you, it is so much more powerful than you realize. When you leave offerings to your spirit guides, your ancestors, their ability to help you in the physical world, it becomes so intense. So intense. And even like I've noticed when I leave offerings for my spirit guides and deities, things like that, my experiences with them in my shamanic journeys and my dreams and seeing signs of them all over the place becomes a million times more intense, because what you're doing is you're saying, here is a physical offering for this spirit. You're opening that door. You're thinning the veil. And while you're offering them something physical, they can offer you a ton spiritually in return. They can do a lot for you. They could bring so many sales, money, health, happiness, love, divine, abundant opportunities. Think of your spirit guides as your friends, okay? You're not going to constantly go to a friend asking for advice, asking for them to help you, etc., 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 and never doing anything for them. They're not going to be your friend for very long. And I feel like spirit guides are the same way. Not that they judge us as harshly as other humans judge us, but it's just a simple matter of when you practice gratitude and you give back spiritually or physically, you're just in such a great place karmically, and that good energy returns to you. You can even give an offering in the form of helping out in the physical world. Like, in the name of this deity, in the name of this guide, I'm going to plant this bush. I'm going to plant this tree. I'm going to volunteer at the soup kitchen. I'm going to, go walk some dogs at the shelter or something like that. You can give offerings that also help out the world. It's very beautiful. And another thing that I like to do is, for my favorite spirit guides, I'm saying, like, use me, work through me, because your deities, ancestors, spirit guides, a lot of them have missions here in the physical world, even though they may not be incarnated, and they can work through you as a channel. And this is what the High Priestess is all about, baby. They can work through you as a channel to accomplish a lot of that mission. For example, I started working with Sekhmet, Egyptian goddess, and very intense goddess, but one of her things is herbal medicine and healing, as well as destruction. And once I started working with her, man, I was just surrounded by so many books and people and then like teachers who wanted to teach me about herbal medicine, natural medicine making, and even like Egyptian mythology, African mythology in general. And all because I started working with her, this stuff just came to me, stuck out to me, and would like just totally, not even me acting subconsciously, I would have people out of the blue message me totally in alignment, or just randomly saying things that were things that like she teaches, and I knew it was from her. So yeah, I'm seeing you have a lot of those experiences with the High Priestess for sure, really connecting with whoever you connect with, whether it's an ascended master, a deity, your own ancestors, whatever. Okay, second row of cards out. Fourth card, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and it came out like this, but like kind of in reverse. So I don't know if you want to read the upright or reverse here. I feel like the universe may be offering you some financial help, some new physical opportunities and blessings for you in response, and in response only, to you being in your High Priestess energy, connecting with your guides in that way, leaving offerings at your altar, and, sort of upping your good karma, if you will. Doing that is going to pay off. Certainly. Also, having this Ace of Pentacles come out underneath the Two of Cups, I gotta say, if any of you are dating but not currently in a committed relationship, that person that you're dating is definitely thinking to themselves about offering you some sort of commitment. They may not be doing it this week, but they may be starting to think to themselves, I could actually see my person, I could actually see myself with you, all right, with Pisces. Very fascinating. You could also have a friend who has some sort of business idea in their mind, and they may be thinking about offering you a collaboration on this business, asking you to be a business partner. That's coming through as well. We have the Queen of Swords as the center of your spread. Very organized, very clean. I don't know why cleanliness, organization keeps coming out so strongly this week. Maybe because it's spring in half of the world. A lot of us are doing spring cleaning things up, sowing some seeds. I'm seeing intellectual sharpness as well. Being extremely organized in your schedule, what you're doing, what you're accomplishing. Being productive. And having really good, healthy boundaries with people as well. That's not even a question anymore. We have the Five of Wands. And it's funny because the Queen of Swords, the way that these cards are coming out, she's sort of gesturing towards the Five of Wands. Healthy competition is what I'm feeling for this Five of Wands. Usually, I read this in a more negative connotation. But I'm viewing this as actually pretty positive and healthy competition, Other people may be doing things with their lives that really inspires you. For example, let's just say you're dating someone or you have a partner who's friends with someone who's really, really hot. And while that can make you jealous, while that can make you feel like, oh my gosh, it's like you're taking that energy, and instead of sitting in that negative, jealousy, you're like, okay, well, this is just inspiration for me to get really hot. This is just inspiration for me to work out and get strong, healthy competition. Or maybe your neighbors have a beautiful garden. They just did so much work on their house. They just freshly painted. It looks so nice. And your house looks like garbage. Instead of sitting in that energy of oh, my house is so ugly, you're like, well, I gotta have the best house on the block. So it's that sort of friendly, amazing competition. I've really been connecting recently with the spirit of competition. I never viewed myself as a competitive person. I don't even like sports that much. But recently the literal spirit of competition has been connecting with me and just triggering so much growth within me, just feeling like, man, I want to be the best. I want to have the best garden. I want to be the best dressed at this event, It really helps you grow and expand. And I think competition is a beautiful thing sometimes, very beautiful thing. And so I'm seeing you in that energy, but in a way that's very positive, not in a way that's toxic, okay? Wonderful. And a lot of people like to say the only person you're in competition with is the person you were yesterday. And that is true. That is true. But that competitive spirit can get triggered by other people. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. We have the Empress coming out in reverse right underneath the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So some of you are trying to overcome a lack mentality, lack mindset, feeling like you don't have enough, especially financially, or even physically with your health and whatnot, feeling like you can't necessarily manifest whatever you want, feeling a little bit out of alignment with nature. I'm seeing a good message here for you today is to connect with nature. I don't know why I keep seeing gardening coming out as strong. Maybe some of you are buying seeds, trimming up bushes or trees, something like that, mulching, even painting your front door. I think it's really important in Feng Shui to have a beautiful front door or front garden. The front of your house is so important because that is where energy is coming in. That's where energy is flowing from and being welcomed to. So I don't know why I'm literally seeing visions of some of you cleaning up the front of your house or the front of your door. Even if you live in an apartment, just having a little welcome sign on your apartment door, a little welcome mat. Some of you may be buying new welcome mats. So specific things coming through. Wow. We have the Five of Cups coming out right next to that Empress. Okay, so you may be feeling this lack because you may be missing on someone or something from the past, but you have to recognize that there's stuff for you right here in the present moment that is waiting for you. Wow. And as I said that, I say these things all the time. They come through in readings all the time, but sometimes it just hits different. Sometimes it just sinks into the core of my being, when these messages come through, and that just happened for me right there. I say this all the time, you always have abundance available to you. There's always great things for you in the present moment. You don't need to be so focused on what you're attached to from the past. But I don't know, I just felt it a little different when I'm doing your reading. And it's you're saying, yeah, why am I still holding on to these old attachments, these old wounds, these things that are no longer working? There's so much for me to do right now. The words that I'm saying sound so basic, but spiritually, I'm feeling this on such a deeper level as I'm saying it to you. So I just know that a lot of you guys are really hearing this. And a lot of you guys will be finding the courage to finally let go of and walk away from certain people, situations, or old habits that you've been really attached to and having a hard time moving on from. You're doing that this week, yeah. You're finally able to do it. Final card out is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. See, this is like an anti-commitment is what I'm seeing here. Some of you guys, I just got the message. This week you may be seeing someone, or previous week, or the week that you're watching, you may be seeing someone for the very last time. Not to sound dramatic like they're going to die or anything, but, and this won't resonate for everyone, but there could be certain people you have attachments to that you know that attachment is unhealthy, you know you need to go your separate ways, you had such a hard time doing it, and I'm seeing you sort of unhooking yourself from their energy once and for all. And what gives you the confidence to do this is understanding that there are beautiful things, beautiful seeds that have already been planted in your life that are little baby seedlings right now. And if you de-weed your garden from these long-term attachments that are sucking up all of the nutrients in the soil, but you know, they're just very weedy and overgrown and it's time for them to go. These are the people in your life, the situations that aren't good for you anymore. It'll give you so much more space and nutrients for the new saplings, the new seedlings that are trying to grow forward, new friendships, new projects that you're working on, new forms of abundance that's coming in. And it's from this Empress reverse mindset, this lack mindset that has caused you to be afraid to let go of these attachments, whatever they are. And I feel like finally, you have the courage to let them go this week, which is so beautiful. And it's just, everything's clicking. Yeah. And once you do that, I feel like things are going to grow quite rapidly with the newer seeds that have been planted, the ideas that you're focusing on, the new friendships in your life. Those things are going to grow much more rapidly once you let go of these old attachments, okay? Thank you guys so much for joining me. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.